And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning from Pictures series. This is a class where you learn from pictures. That's why it's called Learning from Pictures. Specifically, you're going to expand your vocabulary for descriptions. And we'll do that by learning to describe things at different levels of detail. I'll explain all about it and how it works in just a moment. But first, let me do a quick introduction while everyone is coming in, and then we will get started. Let me get my name on the board. It's not the board, it's the screen. Let me get my name on the screen, and we'll get started. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on the link in the Verbling chat window, it'll take you to this page. Let me see if I got that right. Yeah, there we go. This is my profile. And on the left side, you can follow me to receive notifications of my upcoming classes. On the right side, you can book a private tutoring session with me, and I will work with you on creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals as soon as possible. So that's a little bit about me. We're going to get started with the class in just a second. I'm not going to give you the link to the pictures yet. At the end of the class, I'll be happy to give them to you. But for the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the pictures. If I give you the link, you might look ahead, and I want this to be all about surprise. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, but at the end of the class, if you want a copy, I'll give you a link to the presentation that I'm using. So let's say a quick hello before we get started, and then we'll get started. First person I saw was Mr. Marcus. Hello, Mr. Marcus. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Very good, very good. Nice to see you. And we have Mr. Rob as well. Welcome back, Rob.
Hello, teacher.
Oh my God, that was too energetic.
Yeah.
It must be later in the day for you. And how are the cats? Good?
Yeah, here very good.
Very good. Okay. Both 2 cats, right?
Yeah, 2 cats.
I remember.
1 boy and 1 girl.
1 boy and a girl.
Siberian
All right.
and Maine Coon. This is our age.
Siberian and Maine Coon. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, very good, very good. Mine is half. Wait, you said Siberian or Siamese?
Siberian.
Siberian. What does that mean? Are they? What is Siberian?
Siberian forest cat.
Mm-hmm.
Russian cat.
Ah, I never heard of that before. Hold on a second. Maybe you're showing me something new. Oh, wait. I don't want to do this yet. Let me just see if I can find a picture of a Siberian cat. I gotta open this, and let's see if we can go to Siberian breed cat.
No breed cat, forest cat.
No, but breed because it's the name of the type. Another way to say type is breed.
Okay.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, it's very funny.
What a fluffy cat!
Yeah.
Wow! Wow! Oh, look at this one! Wow, this is like something out of Game of Thrones. Look at this! Wow! He should have a sword on his back, like a little warrior.
But, I have one problem with she leave a lot of hair when she moves.
Oh, right. That's true. Yes. So in the summer, you have to shave your cat. Otherwise, there's hair everywhere. Oh wow, very good. Okay, now we know what a Siberian cat is, and our class can continue. Excellent. Let me just say a quick hello to Mr. Is it Napo or Napo? How do I say your name?
Napo.
My name is Napo. Where are you from, Napo?
Yes. I am from Costa Rica.
Where are you from? From Costa Rica. Fantastic.
Costa Rica.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And who else is out there? Let me see. We've got Sandra back. Hi, Sandra. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Sandra from Colombia.
Yes.
I remembered. And we've got Natasha from somewhere. Hello, Natasha.
Oops, I'm sorry, I'm from Belarus.
From Belarus.
Yeah.
Babak. How do I say your last name? Hello? I lost Natasha. But we've got Mr. Roberto. Hello, Roberto. How are you?
I'm sorry, I'm here.
Oh, how do I say your last name? Is it Babuk or Babak?
Babok.
Babok.
Da.
Babok.
Be okay.
Babok. Da. Babok. Does that mean something in Russian? Does that
No.
No.
No, exactly, yeah.
It sounds like it should mean something. Like yeah, I have a babuk. How about you? Yeah, me too. I have a Siberian babuk. You know the problem with the Siberian babuk is that it sheds and it has hair everywhere in the summer. Sounds like it should be like an animal. And Mr. Roberto, how are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Very good, very good. Okay, listen everyone. Here's how it works. We're going to describe what we see at different levels of detail. I'll give you a question in the beginning to get you thinking about different ways to look at the picture. After that, it's up to you to ask a question to your partner. So for the first picture, actually probably the first two pictures, I'll ask the questions to get you thinking about it. And then for the next three or so, you'll be asking questions to each other. I'll also try to transcribe what I hear you say. When I transcribe it, I'll make corrections, and you can put those corrections in your notes and learn from the new language that I've given you and the corrections that I've made. Ms. Babok, what do you see in this picture?
Okay. On this picture, we can see a man who is doing exercise. I mean, physical exercise. He goes on the road, and around him a lot of snow. I think that it's maybe winter, or on the other hand, he can be in mountains, something in the peaks, and there are a lot of snows as well.
Excellent, very good. So this is question one, which is always to describe what you see. What you see. And I'm going to put Nat for Natasha. Here's your original. And let me give you one or two quick corrections.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that the prepositions in English are pretty tricky. So not on this picture, but in this picture.
Okay.
Because on is always requires a surface, like on the table.
I see.
So we're inside the picture, right? So in this picture, we see a man who is doing physical exercise. Exercise. If we say exercise, we assume it's physical exercise. We see a man who's doing exercise. He goes on the road. Wait, he goes on the road? Wait a second, Natasha. That means he goes on the road every day. Do you mean every day, or do you mean only in this picture?
I mean on this picture, at this moment.
So that
He's
means
going, maybe. Yes, he's going on the road.
yeah, he is going on the road. That's better. Only I don't like the word go, because I don't know what you mean. If you were to say walk, he is walking on the road, or even better than that, he is walking down the road. Even better than on the road. He's walking down the road, and around him, a lot of snow. Around him, there is a lot of snow.
Yeah.
Maybe it is maybe winter. I would say instead of it is maybe winter, I'd say maybe it is winter. It is winter. Maybe yeah, maybe it is winter. I'd maybe start with that. Okay, take a look. Take a look at the corrections there. Actually, read it back to me once, Natasha.
Okay. In this picture, we see a man who is doing exercise. He is walking down the road, and around him there is a lot of snow. Maybe it is winter.
There you go. There you go. So, in your notes, you're going to put the before and the after version, and you're going to test yourself when you wake up tomorrow and have your morning chai or whatever you drink in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's your goal. And you learned about prepositions. You learned about a verb tense, present continuous when we're describing a picture, and a few vocabulary words. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So class, that's how it works. And I see someone there that looks like Mr. Who. Who is Mr. Who? Is he inside or outside the classroom? I guess he's outside. Mr. Who, come on in. We got space. Mr. Who says the man kicks. Oh, that's true. We should be, maybe we could be more specific. What could we say about the exercise that he is doing? What's he actually doing in the picture? Let's go to, oh look, there's Hajar. Hello, Hajar. I didn't see you come in. How are you, Hajar?
Yeah, hello, teacher. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so I want to see if you could maybe you could add something here, Hajar. First, Natasha said he's doing exercise. Well, what's he actually doing? Because you'll notice above his foot there is an object. Can you see what that object is? Uh-oh, I don't hear Hajar. Are you there, Hajar?
For be hot because it's cold.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't hear the beginning of what you said. I'm sorry. Repeat once more.
Yeah, maybe it's he walked and jumped for be hot because he is cold.
Ah, got it. Okay, so maybe let's put it this way. Maybe he is trying to warm himself up because it's cold.
Yes.
Warm himself up. That's the expression. Yeah, maybe he's trying to warm himself up. Class, this man is actually playing a game. If you know the name of the game, then you win a cookie. What game is he playing? Look at the object that's flying through the air.
Soccer.
No. Guess again. Huh?
Football.
No, that's not a football. What object is that? It up there above him. If it was a soccer ball, I'd agree. If it was a football, I'd agree. But it is neither of those things. Really? No one sees that object floating in the middle of the picture?
It is a can.
It is a can. Guess what he's playing, Sandra? He's playing Kick the Can. That's the name of the game. You heard of that before, Sandra?
No.
Do you know what the object of the game is?
No, I don't know.
The object of the game is to kick a can. That's why we call it Kick the Can. It's a very difficult game. It takes lots of practice. It requires having a foot and having a can. Okay, excellent. Let's go to, let's see. So we did Natasha, and I heard from Hajar, and a little bit from Sandra. Let's go to Mr. Rob. Mr. Rob, the second level of description is going to be not about what you see, but about what you think is happening. I want you to describe the situation. Okay, so question number 2 is describe or tell us about the situation. What do you think is going on in the picture? Natasha gave us a few ideas, okay? But now I want you to focus not on what the man is doing, or about the landscape, or about his clothes, nothing like that. Tell us about the situation, Rob. And I want you to use the language of guessing, the language of speculation. He may be, he could be, there might be, that kind of thing. Go for it, Rob.
Maybe she goes for exercise, morning exercise, I think. Or he just find a can and just play a little bit, I think. Or yeah.
Okay. And so this is your original answer, and I'm going to give you a few suggestions.
Okay.
Instead of maybe he goes, which is okay, you can say that. First, you got to fix the verb tense. Not he goes.
Go.
But maybe he is
Little bit.
going
Going. Yeah.
for, you said for exercise. It's okay. Maybe he's going, maybe let's change going to maybe he is doing some exercise.
Okay.
He is doing some exercise. But I want to get rid of maybe. I want to use more sophisticated language than maybe. How about we say he may be doing, not maybe the word, but 2 words, may and be. He may be doing some exercise.
Okay.
He might have just found a can and is playing around with it a little bit. Okay, read that back to me and let's make sure that the changes are clear.
Okay, he may be doing some exercise. He might have just found a can and he playing around.
And is, not
Is-
he, and is.
Is playing around with it a little bit.
There you go. Notice I don't have to say he after and, because we already said the subject.
Okay.
So we don't have to repeat it. And also, Rob, what words show that we are speculating or guessing? What verbs are speculation verbs in the sentences?
Maybe doing some.
Yeah. May is one.
Yeah.
And the other one is?
Be doing some.
No. The other speculation verb is might.
Might. Yeah.
Right. So may and might are another way to say perhaps, maybe, I'm not sure, but, right? So we can actually use modal verbs to speculate. He may be, he might be, he could be as well. He may be, he might be, he could be. Excellent. Marcus, do you know who this man is? Because he's very famous.
I see, teacher. I see an old man going somewhere, and on the way encountered a can, and a way to distract, kick it in the can.
Okay, very
That's
good.
it.
And do you know who the old man is?
Yes, old man.
Do you know?
Going some.
Do you know who he is?
Oh, okay.
Do you know who he is?
Who he is?
Who? Quem? Who? Quem? Who is he? Who is he?
I see a old man.
So you don't know who he is. You don't
Sorry,
know.
teacher.
Como se diz quem é? Quem é este homem? How do you say in English?
Who is a man?
Who is this man?
Who is
Esta.
this man?
Right,
Okay.
right. Who is this man, Marcus? Who is he?
I don't know who is man. I think this who is an old man, and this man is going somewhere.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know this where. And they're on their way encountered a can, and as a way to distract it, kick it the can.
Okay, good. Marcus, I want to make a correction. I'm going to correct you. Instead of saying saying on the way he encounters, we're going to say on the way he finds.
He finds.
Right. Second correction. Instead of a way to distract, we want to say a way to have fun. A way to have fun. So a way to have fun, he kicks it. And he plays kick the can. Okay, very good, very good. Class, does anyone know who this old man is? Does anyone know? Anybody?
Sean Connery.
Who is it? Say again?
The man could be Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Long time no see, Ale. Where have you been?
What?
Where have you been? Long time no see.
I don't understand you. Sorry.
I have not seen you for many months. You were in my class a long time ago, weren't you?
This is my first class.
Well, I had a student 6 months ago called Ale, just like you. Same name. Where are you from, Ale?
I'm from Spain.
Yeah, he was from, I forgot where he was from. He was from Egypt, I think. I can't remember. Okay. Different Ale. Okay, Mr. Ale, I want you to read the caption on the bottom of the picture that I just put. Can you see it?
No, I can't.
Uh-oh, if you can't see it, it might be blocked. Let's see. Who have I not caught on? Can anyone see the caption that I just wrote at the bottom of the picture? On the bottom right? Could you read it for us, Hajar?
Yes. 1959, pick of Ernest Hemingway high kicking a beer can.
There you go. So this is Ernest Hemingway. Do you know who that is, class?
No.
Anyone know the name?
I know that he is a very famous literator and writer, and he wrote really very well-known novels such as The Old Man and Sea, for example, and other. But I can't say the English names. I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, one famous novel he wrote was The Old Man and the Sea.
Yeah,
that's one. And For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yes.
He wrote about the Second World War, and he wrote about the Spanish Civil War. He wrote a little bit about Catalonia, a little bit, but maybe George Orwell was more famous for that. So, no, not the, sorry, the First World War, not the Second World War, I'm sorry. He wrote about the First World War and about, later, a little bit about the Spanish Civil War. And he wrote about himself. He wrote autobiographically, but it was fiction at the same time. Anyway, and he liked to drink. So here he is drinking and kicking the can. And that is a famous picture of Ernest Hemingway when he was really old. He lived in Florida. He lived in Cuba, near Cuba. And he spoke Spanish too. But here he is. I don't know where he is because it's snowing, so he wasn't down there in Cuba or off the Florida Keys. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so now you have an idea of the kinds of questions we're going to ask. The first question is really about the details of the picture. The second level of questioning is about the situation. The third is where we apply it to different kinds of situations. Often I'll ask you to write a caption for the picture. The fourth level, even deeper, is to give an evaluation of something in the picture. Maybe to give a judgment about what people are doing, or to put yourself in the picture. So there's at least 4 levels of detail we can use. This next one is for our friend Mr. Napo. Mr. Napo, what do you see in this picture? What do you see?
I see the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I see one street. I see one lamp in the right.
That's right, on the right side.
The right.
I heard a woman. I heard
the right side.
That's correct. What was the word before the lamp? You said I see a woman. I see one woman. I see one something. I couldn't hear the second word.
Excuse me.
Could you repeat the second word you said? I see one woman. I see one something. Street? Did you say street?
The street.
Ah, okay. Street.
The street.
I see one lamp on the right side. Okay, good. What else? Anything else?
She is sat.
Sat?
Sat.
Yeah, continue.
Sat. She have one hat in your head.
In her head.
Her. Okay. In your
Her
head.
Not your head. Her head.
Her head.
Exactly. That's right.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
The winter it's cloudy.
It's cold. It's cold. Cold. That's good. Okay.
No more.
Okay, very good. Not no more.
Thank you.
Napo. That's all.
Not,
That's all.
do you write? Do you write?
Yes. One moment. One moment.
Yeah, thank you. It's very important for me.
Mm-hmm. So this is the original that you said.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
And now I want to make a correction. Not I see one woman. I see a woman.
Yes.
Maybe on the street.
Oh.
And then I would say with a lamp. Not a lamp, but a street light. With a street light on the right side. She is sad. Not she is sad. She seems sad. She seems parece sad. Seems sad.
She's sad. She's sad.
Seems sad. She has a hat on her head. It may be cold. Look at the corrections, Napo. Can you read them back to me?
Okay. Okay. I read.
Please, yes.
Okay. I see on side. She seems sad. She has a hat on her head.
Okay, good.
Thank. Is my first class
Yes, yes, no problem. Very good, very good.
is very emotion.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
very emotion.
Everything you said is good. I want you to notice, I want you to see the new words. She seems. Ela parece. She seems.
Okay.
Right? Parecer, to seem. Okay?
Same.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
one new word. Also, instead of lamp, we say street light. Street light.
Okay.
A lamp is inside the house. Dentro da casa is lamp. Outside, street light. Okay?
Inside, street light. Okay, perfect.
Inside lamp. Outside, street light.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And one more thing. One more. It may be cold. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe means podría. Instead
Oh,
of
do you speak Spanish?
no, but I understand a little.
is my case in English.
Right. Okay. Very good, very good. Now,
Thank you.
let me ask, let's go to Sandra. Sandra, Nepo missed one important detail. What is the detail that he missed in this picture? What makes this picture different than other pictures from the same period, Sandra?
Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, why is this picture different than other pictures from the same time? What does this woman have that most women probably didn't have?
Okay. You asked me why it is different pictures. Yeah.
Why is this picture different than
Different.
others? Yeah.
Okay. First, there is a woman, and maybe it is another time, maybe 50 centuries.
When?
50 centuries.
No. 1950s.
Okay, 1950.
Right. But by the way, it's not the 1950s. It's the 1920s or maybe the 1910s.
Okay,
It's
okay, yes.
much before.
More. Okay.
I would say it's probably the 1910s, I guess. What is the woman standing on, Sandra? What's she standing on?
I don't know. Maybe she want her boyfriend or her husband.
Wait a second, Sandra. What is she standing on? What's she standing on?
It is a skateboard.
I don't know.
Motorcycle.
Monopathik.
Motorcycle.
Okay. Yes.
He says motorcycle. Class, what would you say? Is it a motorcycle? Is it a skateboard? What is it?
Okay.
This is a walk machine.
A walk machine. Oh my God, I don't know what that is. What is a walk machine?
This is name in my country.
Oh, unfortunately, it's not a walk machine in English. I wish it was. Does anyone know what this is called? It begins with an S. It's not a skateboard. 2 syllables. No? No one? She's standing on a scooter. She's standing on a scooter. Scooter.
Scooter.
Scooter. Right.
Scooter.
That's it.
Standing. She's standing.
She's standing. Oh, I should have said she's standing on a scooter. Sorry, I made a mistake there. Standing on a scooter. And it's probably the 1910s. That means 1901, 1902, 1903, 1904. I'm guessing it's the 1910s because look at her clothing. It's kind of unusual, isn't it? Let me see. And let's see, who have I missed so far? Okay, and Natasha, if this was in a newspaper, what do you think the caption of the newspaper would read? Give us a caption, Natasha.
Okay, maybe off the top of my mind, it's maybe the ultra current devices for women.
Ultra current devices for
women.
women.
Yeah.
Okay, ultra current devices for women. How about ultra current travel devices for women?
Yeah,
What's
it's
that?
better. It's better.
Excellent. Very good, very good. One more question for this picture. Let's see. Mr. Ale, look at this picture and tell me what is the real situation? What's she doing? Where is she going? What's going on? Why are we seeing that? Forget about the details. Tell me what's really going on.
Okay, I think that the woman. I think that this is a publicity.
Publicity. Okay, go on.
Yes, a publicity about the first scooter in the world.
About the famous scooter in the world.
The first.
The first. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. The first scooter in the world. Could be, maybe. Very good. So, here's a quick correction, Ale. Instead of publicity, we will say, I think this is an ad, or yeah, probably an ad because they didn't have television, so we wouldn't say commercial. So this is an ad, not about, but for the first ever scooter in the world. Take a look.
Okay.
Read it back to me. Make sure it's clear.
This is an ad for the first ever scooter in the world.
That's it. Let's find out if that's the truth. Mr. Rob, can you read the caption for me at the bottom right?
Yes. See 1916 suffragette. I don't know how to pronounce correct.
Suffragette. Suffragette.
Lady Norman on her.
On her scooter.
Sorry, I don't see anymore.
Okay, it's Lady Norman on her scooter.
Okay.
Let's find out who Lady Norman was. And let's find out why she's on a scooter. So let's start with suffragette. Does anyone know what a suffragette is before I Google for it? Does anyone know what that means? Natasha and Sandra, our female... Oh, and Hajar. Does anyone know?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
I think it's to the vote, to get the vote.
There you go, Roberto. Tell us more. Tell us more. You're absolutely right.
No, there are there were females in the United States who fight to get the vote, and I think one of them died strongly to get the vote, I think.
Exactly. In the struggle to be able to vote, women were not allowed to vote. In the struggle to be able to vote, women, some of them had to, in fact, some of them martyred themselves to be able to raise awareness of inequality. And look, here's a Wikipedia page you can actually see. And also, it wasn't just voting rights, it was all kinds of equality. So in the picture, I have a feeling that Lady Norman is on a scooter to show that women do not have to be in the kitchen. They can embrace technology, they can be outdoors, they can do many things. I don't know. I'm not sure why she's on a scooter, but that could be the reason. I'm just trying to decipher the image for you. I don't know. My idea. What else do I want to say here? Do we actually have the term? Oh, look, check this out here. The term suffragette was used as a term of derision by journalist Charles E. Hands in the London Daily Mail for activists in the movement for women's suffrage. So originally, it was a term of there you go, Cecile. Yes, women can drive. Exactly. And there were no cars back then, or they were just being invented. So she was way ahead of her time. So suffragette was a derogatory term. Derogatory is another way to say bad, condescending, nasty. It was a bad word. But the women in the movement used it to say that they were actually, you can say what you want about us, but this is actually a term that we're going to use in a positive way. So they changed the meaning of the word. Pretty interesting, isn't it? We learned a little bit of history. Okay, excellent job. I think I've got time for one more. Let's see. So let's see. Let's go to who has not started us off. Mr. Marcus, let's start off with you. What do you see in this picture, Marcus?
I don't know, teacher.
Tell us with the words you know. Tell us what you see.
Watching TV.
Maybe.
So maybe watching TV and 3D glass. I don't know.
People wearing 3D glasses. Yeah?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Looks like the first time.
Maybe the very first time we used 3D. Maybe. Mr. Roberto, do you agree with that? Do you think these are people experimenting with 3D glasses?
No. In my opinion... sorry.
Go ahead, Roberto.
Okay. In my opinion, there are people who are problem with the skin and need a special light to recuperate maybe the color of the vitamin, I think.
Oh, I see.
The skin, I think.
They need a special light to do what? A special light to?
I think the kids are problem with they are a kind of disease. I need the light, this type of light, this type of light, to improve.
But you said they need a special light to recuperate.
Yes.
Recuperate what?
Because maybe they live in the north of Europe. It isn't sunny. There is no sun need artificial light to reach this amount of sunny in a way, in an artificial way.
Okay, got it. Artificial light. Okay. Let me give you a suggestion, Roberto. Let's say, let's say these are people, well, not are, these may be people who have problems with their skin. Perhaps they need a special light, instead of to recuperate, how about to compensate for a lack of sunlight. To compensate for a lack of sunlight. And I'll put that in the chat window for you.
Sorry, teacher, but I can't see this chat. Sorry.
Hold on. Give me a second. What about that?
Okay, now, yes.
Okay, so read the bottom one back to me. Make sure it's clear.
Yes. I read
the second.
Okay. This may be people who have problems with their skin. Perhaps they need a special light to compensate for a lack of sunlight.
Does that make sense? Lack of sunlight? Lack.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
It's clear? Okay,
yes.
So lack means they're missing sunlight. Okay, very good. Let's see. Hajar, what do you think? What do you think is? We talked about the situation. So, could you give me? Let me see. I wanted to do not a caption, but I want to apply this picture somewhere else. Hajar, imagine you saw this on a pamphlet at a doctor's office. Let's imagine a different place where we might encounter this picture. I could imagine that you have information given to you in a doctor's office, a pamphlet. Do you know what I mean by pamphlet? Pamphlet.
No.
Give me a second, I'll write the word for you. Whoops. Uh-oh. Why can't I write the word? Pamphlet. Uh-oh. There we go. This is the word I was trying to say. Pamphlet is like short information document. A pamphlet. You might get a pamphlet from the government. You might get a pamphlet from a doctor. It's very short, usually 1 or 2 pages. So, if this was on a pamphlet, if this picture was on a pamphlet, what would the title be? Use your imagination. What would the title be? So if we put the right title on the picture, it'll give us a clue about what the picture is really about. Hajar, what do you think? What title would you give it?
Maybe we can see it's the ancient method for muse the eye.
Ancient method for what?
Hello?
I couldn't hear the last word. Ancient method for...
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Yes, ancient method for what? Uh-oh, Hajar, we can't hear you. Can you write in the chat window for me? I just heard the beginning. I heard ancient method. That's all I heard. Natasha, what would you say? What would the title be if this were a pamphlet given to you by a doctor or given to you by the government?
Okay, it's maybe something like devices for produce ultraviolet rays by human bodies. or by babies' bodies. It's no, I don't know. It's like a protection method which help people serve their health because in this case human bodies produce vitamin D. It's
Right.
yeah.
Yep. You need basically sunlight.
Yes. It's like fair sunlight. It's like artificial sunlight.
Right. Okay, so let's say the right method for protecting babies from ultraviolet light. So I'm changing your headline, your title, just a little bit. The right method.
No.
Uh-oh.
Not from. The right method for protection babies by or with ultraviolet light.
Oh, you mean using ultraviolet light?
Yes,
Oh.
using, yeah.
Got
Not
it.
from.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
Okay, very good. Oh, by the way, we have a question here. Does the word pamphlet, like eventually have ironic? The word pamphlet is not ironic in any way. The word pamphlet just means the same as brochure, basically. I don't know what it means in French, but in English it just means information booklet, information, brochure, basically, same thing. Hopefully that's clear. Okay, let's find out what's really going on. Sandra? Uh-oh, I got another angle here. Whoops! I thought I had the caption. Hey, wait a second, Sandra. This picture is a little different. Does that make you think any differently about the first picture now that you can see the second angle?
Oh.
Now you see there's a woman in the background. Does that make you think differently about what you're seeing?
In these pictures, they are only boys.
That's true. Good point.
And she's like a nurse, but I don't know.
Okay, very good. Good.
Maybe assign investigation about
good.
No?
Not investigation. Research.
Research.
Research. Okay. Very good. By the way, Hajar, method, M-E-T-H-O-D, ancient method. But we shouldn't really say method, Hajar. We should say, we shouldn't say ancient. We should say just old. The old method for measuring. I didn't know what the last word was. I thought you said time. Not ancient, but old. Ancient is like ancient Egypt, like Greek and Roman, and ancient is thousands of years ago. So Hajar, we'll just say old, the old method. Okay, let's see if we can find out. We're at the end of class. Let's see if we can find out what's really going on. Good point. They're only boys, and there is some kind of a nurse. And let's take a look. Let's see. Sandra, could you want to read the caption for us?
1938, children receiving sun-ray treatment.
Sun-ray, not sun-ray, but sun-ray.
Sun-ray treatment at the health center. Phototherapy or sun-ray therapy was prescribed for children for a wide range of maladies, from chest infections to anemia.
So whoever said this was Natasha, you were right. You were exactly right. Basically, this was to give your kids vitamin D, I guess, because they weren't getting it from the sunlight, and they thought they could correct all kinds of things. Because artificial light was still kind of new. We didn't really know what it could do. So there you go. 1938, children receiving phototherapy. Sandra, do you live in France? Sandra,
Sorry? Yes?
do you speak French?
No.
Ah, because you're saying some words in French, like maladie.
No, I speak German.
Ah, okay. So when we see the CH in English, Sandra, remember, CH has 3 ways to pronounce it, 3 different ways. CH can be ch, like chest. CH can be sh, like, now I can't think of a good word. We need a French word for that. What's a good French word for chef? And CH can be k, like school. So there's 3 different CHs, okay? 3 different ones. Okay, great job, everyone. We've got to stop here, but hopefully you've learned a little bit more about how to describe pictures, and we got some, hopefully, at least I find these fascinating glimpses into the past. Interesting stuff. I'll give you the link to this document, okay? And if you like, you can review the pictures on your own to remember some of the vocabulary that we talked about today. I'll be back in just a minute for the next class. We're going to do language games. Today's language game, bye-bye. Today's language game is
See ya, teacher.
word
Thank you,
speak.
John.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.